Okay, smartasses. Yeah, technical miracles do happen. Look at that. Just like that, we're back on the air, back in Pittsburgh, back on the East Coast, and can't wait for another episode of America's first and favorite two-wheel motorcycle shop talk. Josh Collins in the house, XAN Biker, Big Matt, North Carolina, Radar here, everybody busting balls already. Looks like you guys are ready. So good to be back in a brand new studio, brand new office. Great guests lined up tonight. Kelsey and Tom from the Motorcycle Trans Am, from Banks Brothers, Competition Distributing. Great people. Paul Adams checking in from Ford City. Shut up. He was here live and in person this week. Mighty Quinn, thank God. Now I can get back to normal. If you getting back to normal involves us once a week, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Quinn. Oh, shit. So, if this is your first time tuning in with us, we have 2.5 minutes until we go live with what is our 321st show of America's first and favorite two-wheel motorcycle talk show, Shop Talk, coming to you live through the courtesy of the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio, here street level for the first time. Street level, not 50 floors below, not 50 floors above, street level on the East Coast from Cycle Source Magazine's brand new headquarters in Tarentum, Pennsylvania. We're going to get to all that in just a little bit, but hey, if you're watching, let us know where you're watching from. We get a kick out of giving you a shout out, like Greg White. I know he's watching from Tejas. Flake Payton Designs checking in with us behind Rudy's Fairing. Hey, I'm not busting balls tonight for a change, but I can start if you want to. I would expect nothing less, man. Come on.
Oh, man.
Bust away, baby. This is Shop Talk. Stick around, grab a drink, get ready. 2 minutes. We're going live with this episode. You don't want to miss it. We're talking about the Trans Am, man. Lots of other stuff that we got to catch up about. It's been crazy. We haven't seen you guys forever. Get ready for Shop Talk. Mike Robb, we did leave beautiful South Dakota, but I got to tell you, Heather and I spent 2 days riding through Pennsylvania's mountains, watching the leaves change. And I listen, I'm not going to dog on South Dakota because it sure is beautiful. And we loved our time there. But being back in Western Pennsylvania, damn did I miss these mountains. Missed them so much. Cabana Dan in the house. What's up, buddy? Edward Dome. Hells yeah, from Sanford, North Carolina. Good to see all you guys here. This is great. Going to be a great episode. We're under a minute now, and we're going live with this one. That's enough time for me to remind you, sharing is caring. So make sure, pass along the fact that we're going live with Shop Talk. Tell your friends and neighbors. They're going to miss it. We're going live with this one. Let's see, 30 seconds. That's enough time to get this one out of the station up onto the tracks. Let's go live with this week's episode of Shop Talk. Here we go. Okay, scooter tramps and chopper jockeys all across the land. It is 9:01 and 30 seconds. Radar, you can kiss my ass. We're basically on time here is what I'm saying. Welcome to Shop Talk here in our brand new studio. I'm Chris Callen with Cycle Source Magazine. So glad to be your host for the next 90 to 120 minutes, all the two-wheel bullshit we can fit. I am joined in the studio by my complete lineup of cohorts.
Hey, I haven't said this since we left the grounds of the smoke up, but shut the fuck up, Radar. I miss you, buddy.
Wow.
That was perfect. I couldn't have said that better myself. Actually, I couldn't have said it out without Judy tearing my ass off.
So I love the fact that as soon as you start the show, the closing of the show is actually going on outside our doors. The train whistle's going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it over already?
It's great. We're like close to the railroad tracks here. So for anybody that doesn't know, last week we had a little technical difficulties, but we did let you guys in on our new office space here in Toronto, Pennsylvania. It was originally a building housed by the Napoleon Pontiac dealership, and that was like forever ago. And it's a beautiful building. Used to be Gatto's Harley Davidson's showroom for their service, and we're thrilled to be in it. Everything is looking beautiful here. Of course, our house is a complete disaster still because
We can see the floor now. I think we're down to like one room of boxes.
But this is the most amazing thing. Big Brian is going to be so excited. Mark is sitting right here with us.
Oh my
I can
God.
literally touch him. Look, I can touch him.
Can you see the text from Big Brian right there?
What's he say?
Are we back in? Are we in sync again?
Oh my God.
So yes, Brian. I was getting ready to text you back, but
shit.
every time the camera hits me and I look down, Chris will end up yelling at me. So
Yeah.
the answer to that question is yes.
So Becky Quivers checking in. Annie is here. What's up, Annie? Giving us the welcome back. Bagger Bader, Big D in the house. Good to see all you guys.
Oh, it's like coming home.
Steve,
it's great.
yeah, Steve Broyles. What's up from the D? Good to see all you guys, man. Ricky Reed is here. We have a great show for you, but while we're on the subject of the new studio, I want to take a minute and gloat just a little bit, because look how great our studio is now.
It's pretty
It's
rad.
fin-
I said
But
now we have to wear pants.
I know. Mark is bummed.
I know. I can't wait. Well, wait a minute. My bottom half is out of shot. I can still wear my pajamas.
Annie, we missed Daytona too.
Oh.
We hate missing any events, but with everything that was going on here, man, it was practically impossible. I do want to share the frustrations of moving 1,200 miles in a little short video while we're talking about it. It wasn't all bad. Like, you know, once the truck started heading into familiar territory, you know, especially Ohio and Pennsylvania, coming through the valley, it was starting to feel pretty good. But man,
Not being able to
1,100
go
miles
over 70 miles an hour.
and so many trips. Oh my God! But this is town coming into our new space. There's the old Pontiac dealership. Oh, Bobby Shackle in the house. Yeah, look at that. All those beautiful windows. I learned how to clean windows since I've been here. Which is kind of great. Just in case I need a backup. You know? I mean, I'm not saying.
Let's give you a little something to do. Because, I mean, we know Heather does everything. Chris
Look,
does
see, there's proof right there.
The only shot of him was sitting down.
I know. There's the studio. Look how bitchin' some of our great guests have been on. Yeah, buddy. So that's it. It was a quick 1,100 miles, set everything back up, and get back to work. And here we are.
So real quick, I want to formally congratulate Flaked Paint and Design for getting into People's Champ.
That's right.
Congratulations. That's huge. Super proud of you. Wishing you the absolute best of luck. I can't wait to see you bring out for this one.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he always brings it home, so.
Yep. A good dude too. I
Yep,
mean, with
yep.
you know all the shit that went on that first year of the show that will not be named, but he really had our back and just wanted to make sure that was, you know,
Yeah.
that it was going the way that it should. Curtis Hoffman in the house with us. What's up, guys? That place is badass. Congrats. Want to know when the shop party is. So check it out.
Oh boy.
This is the good news about that. We already know when our first
We
shop party is
do.
going to be.
September 19th and 20th, 2026.
We might have an open house before that, but for
That's
sure.
going to be the big shop party.
Yeah, for sure. In
Great. Now I have to
September.
find something to do that day.
No, you don't. You're
No,
going to
you
be
don't.
here.
You're going to be here. It's already on your calendar.
Remember how Jesse James used to have the no love party?
Yeah.
We're going to do the no glory party.
That
Oh,
works.
good. Storing glory days.
Oh.
Well, we figure everybody's in town for it. It's a great show.
Yeah.
Why not piggyback off of that?
Dude, Professional Monkey is here. I missed you too, buddy. I missed you. It seems like forever since we've seen you. And I've been watching you on video. It's not the same as like being with you in person.
Aww.
All right. Well, listen, we got a lot of stuff going on. If this is your first time to Shop Talk, we appreciate you being here. We do this program every Sunday, 9 p.m. on the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio Network. 15 different channels we broadcast this through social media, and you can check it out live. You can be part of it through the comment box right over there, wherever you're watching from. You can put your comments, and we'll try to get to it.
Oh.
Rick Abate is here. What's up,
Hey.
buddy? V Rodder's here. What do we do on this show? Everything that we do in Cycle Source magazine, except it's in video and it's once a week. So we do some feature bikes, we do tech, we do new products. You know, we try to keep it all real and relevant, and we start the whole thing off with what?
Da news.
First up in the news tonight, and this is probably bigger news than Artie Starrs being exactly what Harley Davidson needed. We're going to get to that real soon. Hopefully we're going to have an interview with him. But Polaris to separate Indian Motorcycle into a standalone company. Now, this headline is not really doing this story justice. Basically, that means Polaris is selling Indian off to an investment group. And that's not the best news for Indian. And what's surprising to me about this is this comes during a time when Indian, in my opinion, has just released some of the greatest products that they've made. Like, for real. I'm just baffled by this. Absolutely.
You know, it's such a catch-22. You wonder, is it the beginning of the end, or is it going to really give them the push they need to start really getting out there? I don't know. What do you think?
You know, everyone that you talk to, you know, that's even remotely connected to the business world, as soon as you say anything about it being with an investment group, because an investment group is literally only about making money. You know what I mean?
I think the Farmer's Almanac said it was going to be a great snow year. Just saying. So
You're killing me. So in other words, he's saying snowmobiles are the way to go. Snow to
just
go.
saying, not hating.
It's a shame because so many people, die-hard Harley riders, who
Yeah.
very reluctantly get on an Indian because they're afraid it's going to turn them. It does.
Yeah.
Like, so many people we know, once they get on an Indian, they're like, man, this thing is fantastic.
And I think I had said earlier that all those years Indians were trying to look like Harleys. Now all of a sudden Harleys look like Indians. So
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, hopefully, I mean, you hate to see this. Like I said, I've really been like the Super Chief and the Sport Chief and shit like that have come out. They've really, really done some great products as of late. And you hate to see anything go out of the market right now. It's definitely a tough time for motorcycling. Of course, we wish them the best, but
for sure. I mean, I hope they keep putting out the stellar products that they have been.
here's some other really big news. This comes from Dealer News. Bandit back in the saddle at Easy Riders. Who would have even thought this would ever happen? So Bandit was one of my favorite editors and characters from the Easy Rider crew. He's been a hero of mine forever. You know, I'm lucky enough to call him my brother. I get to have phone conversations with him an awful lot. But now he's taken the mantle of command again back at Easy Riders. He signed a deal right there. You see him with Ellen Teresi. God rest Joe's soul, but Easy Riders seems to be in good hands. And we're all hoping for the very best for this.
Probably in the best hands since he left there.
Right?
So,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, you know, it's like the first week and a half, 2 weeks, I had to go through every single person that called me was like, "Did you hear about Bandit and Easy Riders?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did. It's cool. It's actually really a good thing.
It's awesome. Very exciting. Very exciting.
But everybody loves to stir shit up. And I'm like, I try to tell them, hey man, check it out. There was a time where there was like 25 magazines that served the custom motorcycle world, and we were okay then. We'll still be here.
Well, I'll tell you, I actually think it was almost a little bit easier to be on the newsstand when there were that magazines.
Right?
Yeah.
Not in the process of moving, we found the banner from the Harley Davidson Editor's Choice Bike Show that they let us do. And there were 18 magazines listed on that banner. And that was just in 2018. That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. Oh my God, you guys, listen.
What?
The runaway comments, the runaway comment box tonight is killing me. I love this shit.
I need to understand this Temu and monkey thing. Somebody send me a link, please.
Good Timo review video. Yeah, I need to know that too. Radar. Rudy, there's no glory in the hole. I don't even want to know what
that's
about.
They were talking about your no glory. They were waiting for the comments.
And Radar will send you a bill for those 2 screw tips, just saying. So.
Oh my God, I bet Polaris sells the Indian but keeps the territory. Dude, you are so going to hell for that one.
Oh, Radar.
Wow. Hey,
Anyway,
AJ.
Yeah, look at that.
AJ's
with
in the
us,
house.
man.
Nice.
Right on.
AJ Bengoa has been one of the greatest additions that we had to the staff this year, man. Like
He's fun.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So a couple more pieces. Let's get through this real quick because we have Tom and Kelsey in the wings waiting on us. Ride Apart brings us the news that Row Enfield is calling women racers. Do you want to join Row Enfield's Build Train Race program? Hey, you. Yes, you. If you're a woman racer or you know women racers, you may be interested in joining Row Enfield's Build Train Race program. Listen up. It's on again. Great movement that's happened year after year, and Heather can tell you a little bit about it. Look, I'm going to put Heather right on. Right
Seriously?
here. There you go, Heather.
Oh,
Women racers,
on the
Heather.
spot.
Build, train, race. Go.
You're such a dear and sweet man.
Yeah, I can move out of there with the staff. We had this conversation.
Oh my
I'm
God.
flexible.
First thing you need is a 2-minute video
us?
of you doing whatever type of racing it is that you do. American Highlights video. If you will, the second thing is another video, but the first one that's you speaking to the camera and telling Royal Enfield a little more about you, as well as why you want to join the Build, Train, Race program.
It is a great program. It's been very successful. I think they started it 4 years ago, maybe. It's kind of hard to get into, though. I know Ashley from Buell's Brothers and Sisters has been trying to get in.
Yeah, talk about somebody that should absolutely
How do
be
they
in.
miss her? Yeah.
Yeah,
right? That's a missed opportunity because she's killer. She'll race anything. I don't think it matters.
One more piece, and this comes from our brothers in the dirt motorcycle world. The U.S. team takes a podium at the 2025 FIM Motocross of Nations. Now this is an awful big deal. Like we got to give them super huge congratulations for taking a podium there. This is year after year like the best riders, racers from all over the world, and for Team USA to take a group podium there is a big thing. We give them a big congratulations. Everybody.
End it on a good note. Just saying.
I don't know about it being a good note, but like I said,
a good note.
Waiting in the wings is Mr. Tom Banks. When we come back from this commercial break, we're going to go to him and we're going to talk about the Trans Am that everybody is talking about. Until then, I want you guys to remember that you are watching Shop Talk here on the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio Network, and don't go anywhere. We're going to watch a feature bike, watch a couple commercials, talk to Tom Banks. Stick around.
Kelsey. Don't forget Kelsey, the one that ran it all.
Out of Focus is brought to you by Garage Build. Submit your build, share your passion. Powered by Dennis Kirk.
From S&S Cycle. Started life as a 76 FLH and turned it into kind of a modern twist on a Super Glide. So put FX Super Glide tank on it. Clockworks FL front fender, spun it around, as they did back in the day. And Kawasaki's ZX-10 forks. Fab kept making me a set of triple trees with a 2-inch drop on it. Built a 4 3/4 stroke engine, 3.5-inch bore, roughly 93 inches. Just old school with a modern twist. I grew up in the industry. My dad started working for Nemco, which became Biker's Choice back in, I think, 1974. And working on them from the time I was a little kid. I had small hands, so get your hand here, get this nut on, hold this wrench. Get yelled at for getting the wrong wrench, not holding the flashlight right. And just been in bikes from the time I was a little kid. And then a buddy of mine went to work for S&S Cycle, James Simonelli. I ran into him at the first Indy trade show, and they were looking for techs. That was a 76 Super Glide tank. Got it from a buddy of mine, Scott Hankins, works with me at S&S. And those are FL, 76 FL emblems. The Super Glide just had decals, but I wanted to put the badges on there and just make it look a little different, clean twist. Well, if you ask my wife, it took a long time because it sat in the corner for about 4 years, and then I put it on the lift and stared at it for about 6 months, drawing stuff on paper, trying to figure out what the hell it was gonna be when it grew up. And finally one day it just came to me. Motor's great, training's great. Think I'm gonna change the setup on my headlight. Think I'm gonna mount that to the lower tree. It's not gonna live there. It looks cool, not super practical. Charlie Dyer with S&S Cycle. You're watching Cycle Source TV.
Paul Yaffe product, huh?
Yeah, man, so excited.
Got a new build?
I do. It's. Aren't you Paul Yaffe?
No, I've never met the guy. But I do know you can get all of his products at DennisKirk.com.
There you go.
Just me? Awesome. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Listen to Not Paul Yaffe. Get all your Bagger Nation products right now at DennisKirk.com.
Hey, I'm Ron Fleener,
All right.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay, we dropped his
Please Color Factory, you're watching Shop Talk.
Renamed him.
Everything we do at the track shapes what we build for the street and the dirt.
You can see how bad these guys want it. The race to the line.
For us, racing is not for the trophies or the glory. We compete because it makes everything we do faster, more durable, and tested to a higher standard. For S&S, racing is the ultimate in proven performance, and we've been proving it since 1958.
Okay, welcome back to the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. You are watching Shop Talk, and man, this is awesome. So all the planning, all the time that, we've watched Tom Banks and his crew of merry motorcycle madmen go at this stuff. Like, it's so great to see it come together. And it looked like, from social media and everything that we saw, it looked like an event that you would absolutely want to be at. All levels of motorcycle. It didn't matter if you're into this thing for custom or what. If you're an antique guy, they had an event to beat all time, man, and we're so stoked for them. So excited to have them on here tonight. Let's go to the lines, get Tom and Kelsey on to talk about motorcycle Trans Am. Maybe. It's happening. Well, Tom, it's good to see that the equipment isn't letting me down. It kicks me right in the nuts every once in a while just for fun. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, Chris.
Nice. Hey, I'm glad you guys are back in Pittsburgh. Thanks so much for taking the time to have us on, man. We're excited for you had the first show back in Pittsburgh.
Dude, we're so stoked for you. Like, I can't tell you how excited I am the whole time, rooting you on, knowing that, like, this was a monumental undertaking that you guys had cut out for yourself. But the first Trans Am is in the books, and now all you got to do is do better for the next one, right?
Well, that's going to be the most difficult part, is to try to do better. I'm a business guy, and I have a great team surrounding me. Kelsey, who you're going to be talking to here a lot tonight, was, Sean and I would give Kelsey kind of a little bit of direction on the individual towns as we ran the trip. And, she was just so on the ball. And that it really takes a complete team. We had a great group out there on the course. We had great sponsorship. I hate to say this, but it went better than we thought. And I have no idea how we're going to one-up it.
That's great.
Well, I'm sure you'll figure it out. You seem to find a way to make things happen. So,
yeah.
So, Chelsea, what was the hardest thing about wrangling this whole deal?
I think really getting all these people together, and if you guys know them, it's like herding cats at all times.
Yeah, right.
So getting everybody on the same page was pretty tough, but once we got there and we were all together, it was great, and it ran really smoothly.
I think personally, Kelsey, you deserve a special award because I know you were really the ringleader of all of that mayhem. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's like herding squirrels. I give you so many kudos for that. I know you were really at the helm of all the organization and keeping things running smoothly. So kudos to you.
Do us a favor though. Give us a rundown about what actually was the motorcycle Trans Am.
Yeah, so we had about 35. We started with century-old motorcycles, so 1925 and prior. We did have one 1929. He ran for no points. He was just there for fun. So all the rest of them were 1925 and earlier. Our earliest bike was a 1910 Thor, and we went 4,000 miles, started in Nags Head and ended in Florence, Oregon.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's something. Like, it's one thing to take an old motorcycle, like even when we're playing with them at Sons of Speed, like that's a blast, right? And I mean, it's one thing to take one around the motorcycle track and on the racetrack and haul ass, but to navigate one of these motorcycles across the country, that's a super big challenge. And Tom, you would know this better than anyone because there was a number of years you were trying to get this done on a single in the Cannonball, right?
Absolutely, and that's the ultimate challenge. You're not really racing the other riders. You're racing your machine. You're racing the elements. You're trying to get everything you can out of that machine. And with it being 100-year-old bikes, that really ups the challenge. And we were adamant about having 100-year-old bikes. So, quite the challenge. You got to give the riders a lot of credit, and a lot of the guys were, guys that were really wily veterans that have done this type of stuff, and they did fantastic. It was pretty cool, man. It's fun to watch everybody else grind, not me.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that me and Mark were talking about coming into this is like, how was that for you? Because I know, man, there's not too many people that are more competitive than you in this thing. And how was it for you to sit back and actually have to take a more passive role and not be the guy out in the lead?
No, honestly, it was great because I understand going in, the one thing that we had to do with this event was establish credibility. And the one thing that I said to my staff the entire time was, guys, we have to establish credibility. We have to make this an event that our riders really enjoy. So my role was just to be on the track. I was there every day, And guys, to be honest, I probably can't race a single across the country anymore, with where I'm at. But I really did enjoy what I did, in this event. And, I've told Kelsey and my team that I'd love to serve the same role, be out there on the course, working with the bikes along the road and just kind of helping coax everything forward. And, I had a good time. I really did.
So now we know that Tom's done this in other avenues before. Kelsey, had you been to any of those events? Had you gone along with the team before to know what it was like to be out there?
Yeah, I went in 21. I went on the Cannonball for like only 4 days, and it was just like for fun, and I surprised them. And I wasn't going to stay that long, and I ended up staying. But I wasn't ever thinking like, oh, I need to pay attention to what they're doing and what's going on. That thought never ran through my head. So kind of just, which is a good thing. So we kind of just made our own way as we went, which was, I thought, cool and different.
That's what I was going to ask, is what notes you took from that. And then if I remember correctly, did you guys kind of have a panel that you worked with in the beginning to get suggestions and ideas of what worked before and what they'd like to see different this time?
Yeah, we had a board. They were awesome. They gave us suggestions, and we either took them and ran with them or just kind of took it into account and thought about it and, made whatever decision. And they came up with our rule book. If we had any discrepancies during the race, we would go to them with that, and they kind of would make a decision, and we'd all figure it out together. So it was really nice to have it. So it's not just, a couple people ruling. It's really the people on this race and the people who really care about it. They're helping us along the way.
That's awesome. I love that you took all of that into consideration. It helps with a more cohesive event. And then you're not going into it blind either.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it was great to have them there.
You have to keep in mind too, like anybody who's been along with the Chase or Motorcycle Cannonball or the Great Race, even like the people who end up making the commitment of the time and the money to do something like this, they take it very seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Like you've got to make sure you have your shit together, because you can hurt a lot of feelings really fast and have some unhappy people on your hands. So
I think for sure I was losing sleep in the beginning there, just because you never know how it's going to go. It's our first one, so kind of guiding them in the right direction, and it's all about them, and we want to make sure that they know it's all about them. It's all about the crews.
Right on.
Well, obviously things went well because you still have all your hair. I have not seen Sean yet, but Tom doesn't have a black eye, so things must have went well.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think so.
So, like I was saying at the beginning, this is just part of the commitment and the work that you guys are doing for the antique motorcycle world. I mean, dude, everyone in motorcycling is talking about what Sean's been doing with the technology, putting old parts back on the availability list through competition distributing.
Hey, well, we're still rumbling over competition distributing. We think we have a clear direction now of where we're trying to go. And, we've had competition about 4 years now. And that was really the main reason we started this event. To be quite honest with you, we didn't know where the Cannonball was going, and for us, owning competition distributing, it makes a big difference. We build motors. So it worked hand in hand with what we were doing. And, I feel good about it. I feel good about the direction now. And I really feel good about the future of both competition distributing and the Trans-American.
You said something there, owning competition distributing and being a part of the Trans Am and having the Trans Am and having that run is super awesome, because anybody that knows you knows you're not doing it for a monetary return. You're doing it for a love of not only the motorcycle, but for the culture. And dude, that's so refreshing. People that know you know what a great person you are, and you do things
not
for
as a
heart,
vulture.
not as a monetary gain. That's probably my favorite part of this whole setup right here. You and Sean you're a great team, man. And Ashley also. I mean, it's just so rewarding to see that play out.
Well, again, I'm really blessed to have that staff that I have around me. You're only as good as the people you surround yourself with. Obviously, I view Sean as a protege. He's a brilliant young man.
Oh my God!
Mechanically, I can't even, I'm not even anywhere near him on any type of mechanical level. The kid's brilliant, and the builds are really brilliant. I feel good about where we're headed with all of it right now. It's been a long challenge. We still have challenges in front of us right now, but we feel good about both the competition and the Trans-American. We really do.
Well, and I'll tell you why I'm really stoked about the show tonight, because you know, everyone knows about your favorite participation in all things vintage motorcycle.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Sean's abilities, and you know he's one of the most creative and also one of the most talented when it comes to this stuff. But now we get to see the nuts and bolts that puts it all together.
Right.
You know, we got to see what you do. Not just, I mean, Kelsey does the social media, she does the video, she does the PR marketing behind all of this, but now we got to see you take this and work with a live entity. As this race was going on, man, you made it all happen. And you know, that 3-part partnership that you guys have going on is killer.
Yeah.
Well, again, you know, you really have to give Kelsey and Sean a lot of credit. And for this particular event, Kelsey, you know, the legwork that she did to make it as seamless as it was. You know, the stops were incredible stops. The museums, you know, fantastic. The sponsors, you know, to bring in Rick with Legends and to have Brian with Sinless Cycles, and Steve Klein came in and helped us. And guys, and we're talking about Indian Motorcycle, you know, a few minutes ago. I got to tell you, man, Indian Motorcycle was fantastic to the Trans-American. And we're already talking, and they're going to come back and help us in the next event. So, you know, their sponsorship was fantastic. So all this is Kelsey. You know, she's the one that did all the organizing and all the legwork. You know, it's fun to take some credit, but you know, my team's really that's where it's at, man.
Well, I'll tell you.
Yeah, and speaking of Indian, like Sean got on one of those Indian pursuits that Indian provided us. They gave us 3 bikes, 2 pursuits, 2 dark horse pursuits, and a Roadmaster. And Sean is completely turned to Indian for modern bikes. He loves that thing.
It's crazy.
It was nice.
It happens.
Fantastic.
It happens. So Kelsey, what do you think? What's the number one thing you think you'll try to do differently for 2027? Because I noticed that you have registration up for 2027 already.
Yeah, I mean, it went really smoothly. As Tom said, it went even better than, you know, of course, things came up every day. But, you know, just finding those stops, I think, that are going to, you know, top or be the same as the last stops we had. You know, we had Wheels Through Time, we had, excuse me, Twisted Oz, Legends, and then we stopped at an Aviation and Space Museum where a Harley racer from the 1920s, Joe Petrali, was actually the flight engineer on the Spruce Goose. So we got to see all of that. The Spruce Goose was there, you know, where Joe Petrali actually sat. We got to see that. We brought the bikes to the museum. So I think finding places to work with us, that's probably going to be the most challenging thing. And that was the most challenging thing this time around, but I'm sure we'll do it.
Well, you did such an outstanding job of making your stops notable, not just stopping in the center of a town and being like, hey, we're here, or at a Harley dealership. You made your stops matter.
Nostalgic.
And you gave these guys and gals, riders, such an experience. You brought them to places that they probably, some of them never even knew existed or would never see.
Yeah. So there's the Spruce Goose there, and they let us, you know, it was an amazing museum. You know, it's set up perfectly, and they let us set the bikes up underneath it. They brought their members in so the members could enjoy the bikes too. Our guys could walk around. There was 3 giant buildings. They could walk around and see everything there, because it all goes hand in hand together. So that was, I think a lot of the guys weren't sure about that one. It was unexpected, but it was a really nice stop.
It's beautiful. Like that shot Olivier took is just outstanding. I'm very excited. He's going to be writing the coverage of the Trans Am for the magazine, so I can't wait to have that come in.
We were so lucky to have him on, to have Edzo on, to have Kaz on. Yeah, we had a bunch of photographers, Brian Helm. We had a bunch of photographers there. We were so lucky to have all of them.
Yeah, you had a fantastic lineup of photographers.
Olivier is just such a great human being. I mean, he brings an energy to something just by being there somehow. You know, I liken him a lot to the same kind of work ethic that Michael Lichter has. Like, he goes after it that way.
Yep.
Okay, I need a story. I need like the most memorable story you can share, or the funniest or something. You gotta give me something from one of your rougher days.
Tom, you can go first on this one. Let me think about it for a minute.
Hey, so, you know, for me, the funnest part would absolutely been George and Danger Dan. Okay, because it was an absolute shit show across the country. You know, we didn't have a real big group of riders. So I'd be saying in the mornings when we're pulling out, guys, you know, I want it to be tight. There's, you know, we're pushing on social media, and we've got, in some cases, we have real media there listen, man, George and Dan might come out 15 minutes after everybody else left. All right, you'd be going down the road, you'd find them at a store somewhere shopping. Like George and Dan for me was hilarious. You know, and the other thing that was awesome besides George and Dan was the Italian team. Okay, the Italian team for me was a total blast. They were big fun. You know, along the road, Sam was a really tremendous mechanic, and he was fun to watch because he could speak English and Italian. You know, I'd jump in and have fun with them. Luca was super cool. You know, there were so many fun times. I don't know where to start, but the characters is what really made the event, and we had some tremendous characters out there, of course.
Oh, you definitely had characters.
Oh, right.
So the effort by these two right here, you know, their Kat and Keo was just unbelievable, man. Like I have so much respect for them, especially Kat. She would go out there in the morning when it was barely daylight by herself, you know, and go ride some days 270, 300 miles and more.
Wow.
Man, the respect that I gained for Kat and Keo, you know, I didn't know them folks before this event. And that's a great thing about this type of deal is we get to meet people in our hemisphere that we don't really know. So,
Amen.
and we get to bond with them and get to understand them. And these guys were fabulous, man.
Amen.
Okay, so I have a funny story about the Italians. Now that Tom just said that reminded me of something that Sean told me. Sean was riding sweep on the Indian Pursuit, and he was going down the road, and he sees the Italians just like sitting in somebody's yard. And Luca has ice like over his knee, and Sean's like, "Oh my gosh, something happened, something's wrong." He pulls over, he's like panicking. "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay?" No, they were just hot, so they stopped at the store and got some ice, and they were just like putting the ice on them to cool down.
Okay, so I'm not sure if are these the Italians?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the thing. During the course, during the middle of the day, the Italians would go up to someone's house and knock on the door and say, "Can I take a nap in your garden?" They would call anybody's front yard a garden, right? I'm not even kidding you. This is no shit. I went by and they were literally laying on the ground. The bikes are propped up and they're taking a nap. They're taking a snooze in the middle of the day.
Oh
That's
my
awesome.
God,
Like
that's
hilarious.
great.
You can't make this shit up.
Hey, that's their culture, man.
Dude, that's our culture.
Yeah, that's
that's
definitely
where
my
this shit
culture,
came
yeah.
from,
That's
right?
so good. So good.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I know. I got to tell you, we were in the thick of the smokeout, and you guys were only, I think, maybe 20 miles from us. It killed us not to just
Oh my
not
God.
to just go and like let the show go.
And you know, vice versa too, because like I got a phone call from Danger Dan when it was all over, and he was like, "Dude, I was gonna try to swing in." He said, "But I know if I would have," he said, it would have wiped me out. He said, "I would have never made it back to the race in time." And I was like, "No, dude, you can't do that." I said, "That was a trip of a lifetime."
Yeah. We talked about swinging up and watching it too. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
So to speak about Dan for a minute, like Dan's mechanical skills were next level, man. You know, I rode that 21 in the 2018 Cannonball, and I failed. I missed 60 miles when I blew up a motor. Jody rode the bike in 21 Cannonball, and she failed when she broke the frame. You know, Dan was able to take the 21 and redeem it. He rode it 4,100 miles, and he made all the miles, and he made it on time. So,
Wow.
and he really showed some serious wrenching ability along the road. I had no clue he was that good of a wrench.
Yeah, Dan's got a horseshoe going on somewhere. That kid, man, he really makes it happen. He's good in almost every direction. Gotta love Dan.
Now, Dan was fun, guys. Dan was big fun.
No, and I'll tell you what too. Like a lot of people take Dan for, you know, like as a jokester, right? He's the clown, and he's playing horse ass.
He's got it going on.
But like he is a serious rider. He's a serious racer.
Yep.
You know, in all capacities that I've seen, whether it's dirt dragging choppers or riding at Sons of Speed, like he's serious about motorcycles, man. You can't take that away from him.
Thank God we didn't meet him years ago. Somebody would be dead.
No shit.
I mean,
right?
no questions asked. So.
No, he's a really fun guy. I mean, he's fun to be around. He's a hoot, man.
So
Yeah, being a chopper guy, he is just really resourceful. I think that helped him on this race to
Right.
figure it out and
Absolutely.
get through all those miles.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he can jerry rig anything.
So who was the winner? Let's talk about the winner and how they got to be the winner.
Yeah, the winner was Mike Butts on his 1913 Henderson. He's from Minnesota, and he made every mile and did awesome. We were really happy to see him win. I mean, I would have been happy to see literally any of these guys win. But yeah, he did great. There he is.
That's fantastic.
Probably going to sleep like that for a week and a half.
Yeah.
Well, one of the coolest things in the event was the big Hendersons and the big aces. I mean, every morning we had 5 and 6 big fours out there on the track. It was fantastic with the big fours, man. It made a big impact in the event.
Now, to go into that a little bit, Tom, for people that aren't familiar with the vintage motorcycle world as much, what does that mean for the big fours?
So the Henderson 4-cylinders are just legendary motorcycles, and the Ace, the Ace is a product of Henderson. That motor was built by the Henderson brothers, So to see those motorcycles, in this event, like we said, in 1913, Henderson won it, but there was different year Henderson's in the race, and man, when you hear them run and you see them go down the road, they sound so different than a Harley or an Indian or any motorcycle. That's just a unique motorcycle. And it's not something you see all the time, very rarely. So to see, I think we had as many as 7 on the course at some days because they had an extra one with them. It was fantastic, man. It really put on a show.
Yeah, the first time I ever got to hear a properly tuned Indian 4 on the road, I was riding beside one, actually, of
Bob Ziola.
Bob Ziola's Indian 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it just sounded so good, man. That motorcycle sounded so good. You immediately fell in love with it. That's why I wanted you to talk about that a little bit.
No, they're fantastic. I'll let the cat out of the bag right now and tell you that, the next serious build of competition distributing is going to be my Henderson, the 19 Henderson that we're going to, put in our company and make it one of our riders. But we have that motor ready to go. So, Sean's about to bust out on that one.
Right on. Well, and I'll tell you what, anybody who's not familiar with this whole crew, there's plenty. You guys have a killer YouTube presence. You have killer social media. We had the opportunity to do a shop hop and go visit with them. If you check that out on Cycle Source TV, but whatever you get a chance to follow these guys, stay in touch with it because man, they're making shit happen. They're moving the needle.
All right, so I know a lot of times, a lot of people are probably going to ask, do you guys need or are you looking for volunteers for 2027 to help along the route?
I think so. A lot of people reached out for this one, and I wasn't sure what we'd need, and I wasn't sure, what we'd have or how much money that we would have to spend. So we have more than what we need, I think, volunteer-wise. But people could always reach out to us, on our socials or whatever, because if we do need help, then that's the pool that I'll pick from.
For sure. So Kelsey, I want a highlight from you. What was your big, okay, this is worth it?
I would say getting to even maybe just the first town of Apex, North Carolina. People in that town, there's never been a race that has come through there, and we actually had a crowd. I was nervous, I'm like, is anybody going to show up? This is our first time. I put out press releases. I work with the towns. I do all of these things, but who knows what's going to happen? And we show up and they have a big banner for us, welcome Trans-American Motorcycle Endurance Run. And that's kind of when I was like, oh, there's actually people here. People, actually care and want to come out and see these old bikes. They want to see them like how we want to see them. So that was really cool every night, seeing people come out and want to see the bikes.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, we're going to put all the links up, but for sure start with the official website at motorcycletransam.com. You can get everything you need to know about the whole event, about signing up for registration. You can check them out. We're going to put the whole menu of social media up for all of their social media so you can follow along, but get involved. Grab yourself an old motorcycle and hit the road. Just like that, right?
Yeah, just easy. That easy peasy. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I appreciate you guys being on with us and sharing some of this stuff. And hopefully even though there's no way we're going to be able to separate the two events, anything that we can do next year, if you give us some commercials to run for you, if you give us logos to put on the show, like, we want to make sure that we support this. Tom, you've always been in our corner for everything that we do, so we're more than happy to help out as much as we can here.
Hey guys, as usual, man, thanks so much for having us on the show. I can't thank you enough. I'm happy to see you guys back in Pittsburgh, and let's do a New Year's party here this year, man. I know sure. I'm the guy that messed that up last time, so let's do New Year's, man.
Listen, I'm going to bring it. We got one question I want to get answered too. Flake Paint and Designs asking, so what was the oldest bike, 1925 and under?
So the oldest bike was a 1910. That was the bike the cat was on, the single.
Right on.
It was a Thor.
Right on.
Yeah, and she went about 33 miles an hour on average the whole time, basically. So sometimes it would be a 12-hour day.
Wow.
Well, and Kelsey, listen, especially my hat is off to you, and I know that everybody who loves this stuff is going to want to thank you, because the effort that goes into this is not unnoticed.
It's big.
And I mean, the idea, like Tom said, a lot of us didn't know what was going to happen with the cannonball, and to think that this kind of celebration of old bikes was going away was heartbreaking. So for all of you guys, for you and Sean and Tom and George, everybody involved in this, like, thank you so much for keeping this alive.
Hey, thank you. And we appreciate everybody who appreciates old bikes and sees our passion and is also passionate about it.
I think it's great. And I just, from a personal level, I know 5 years ago, Kelsey, you had no idea this was going to be your life. And I can relate to that, because 10 years ago, I had no idea this was going to be my life. No, I just think it's great that she's embracing it and she's running with it, and she's doing an amazing job. So kudos to you on all fronts for doing everything that you do and executing so well.
Yes, sir. And Tom, we'll see you real soon, man. We'll be down for a visit.
Hey guys, thanks so much for having us on again. Appreciate the heck out of it, man.
Thanks,
absolutely.
Guys. We'll see you soon.
See you guys.
Hey, so listen, you guys are watching Shop Talk here on the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio Network. I appreciate you sticking with us. We're going to take a quick break, check out a new product from S&S, and when we come back on the other side, there's even more. There's even more. But wait, boy. There's more. Wait, there's more show. There's more show. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Shop Talk here on the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio Network.
The S&S Cycle Twin Cam Breather System is finally here. These billet construction breathers use our unique labyrinth filtering system to separate air and oil. Doing so returns the oil into your engine where it belongs. The stock system it replaces uses a sponge-like material used to absorb the oil as it flows through the breather, but when a sponge is saturated, it can't absorb any more. Our labyrinth design captures the oil while allowing airflow through the system. As the captured oil makes its way through the labyrinth, it drains back into the rocker boxes where the oil belongs. S&S Cycle twin cam breathers are designed to keep oil buildup out of your air cleaner and prevent that annoying mist and drip all around your air cleaner cover and engine. Our breathers, like everything we make, deliver proven performance.
Riding takes you from A to B or just lets you escape. There's a flow to the road you share, so go with it. Eyes open, and always have the Law Tigers by your side. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, visit us at lawtigers.com. Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Clockworks, where innovation meets style. Clockworks specializes in high-quality windshields, fenders, phone mounts, and other parts designed to enhance your ride. With a commitment to craftsmanship and an eye for detail. Ensure your bike not only rides smoothly, but looks stunning too. Elevate your riding experience today. Shop getclock.com.
We hope you're enjoying this episode of Shop Talk. You can tune into this show live every week on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, thanks to our sponsors: Dennis Kirk, Deadwood Customs, S&S Cycle, Cycle Stop USA, Drag Specialties, Twin Power, Clockworks, Law Tigers, Progressive Insurance, Mid-USA, Garage Build, Spectro Oils, Milwaukee Leathers, Tech Cycles, Twisted Choppers, Twisted Tea, Drag Specialties Seats, Iron Horse Saloon, Lone Star Rally, Paco, Toes Performance, and Stevenson Cycle. Thanks for tuning in to America's first and favorite two-wheel talk show, Shop Talk.
Oh, yeah. Well, welcome back to the Dennis Kirk studio, where shit is on the edge of breaking loose all the time. That's how it is. That's just how it is, baby.
Oh.
So listen, Heather and I had a proper Pennsylvania fall ride. The last 2 days, we took a quick ride up through the hills. We actually went to visit Mark. And we got to do this through the courtesy of Harley Davidson, who has given us an extended test on their Street Glide Ultra. Yeah, that's right, Street Glide Ultra. So we went up to Lake Erie. Heather had never seen Lake Erie before.
That's a terrible picture.
We went by the Caboose Motel. We'll tell you all about that.
That
in
was
this
super
episode.
neat.
And look at that.
Oh, that was my new favorite friend. That was like the highlight of my trip. Gal Gadot. She's awesome.
Gal Gadot.
She's awesome.
And we actually even got some learning in.
Yes.
A little bit of learning.
Yep, we stopped at
Heather got to learn how the oil industry actually
started in
oil industry
Pennsylvania.
started in Pennsylvania.
Did you go to well number one?
We did. That was it.
Was it? Oh yeah,
That was
right
it.
on. Yeah,
I
that's
had
right by where
no
we were.
idea. I had no idea
Colonel
that
Drake right there, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah,
No clue that the oil industry started in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, first well ever.
Yep, they call it the valley that changed the world.
Yes, sir.
I thought that was super
Well,
cool.
now it's Meth Valley, but that's beside the point. So we went from oil to meth. That's all right.
Dude, the greatest part of that was the lady that runs the history center there.
Yeah.
Oh, push the button. You have to push a button. I don't care
You
how
have to
old
push
you
a
are.
button. You have to push a button, and then she's so proud to tell you the hole that's in the ground that's inside well number one.
Yeah.
That's the
Is
original hole.
the original hole.
They've never changed that hole.
Yeah.
It's the same hole.
Just so you know, the original hole.
But then the
shit.
button didn't work.
Yeah.
was-
Shocking. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Super cool
Oh.
place though. I mean, if you think about the history there, I mean that was
It
oil
was cool.
101 right
I
there.
had no idea. I
See,
did think that was
Heather,
really neat.
not everyone gets to pet a jackass. You're lucky because you got to
Well-
pet two.
Yeah, you got multiple jackets.
Never mind. I'm not saying anything.
Methany lives there. Dude, he must have been there. Behind Rudy's Ferry must have been there
Yeah.
because Methany is one of the two characters that when you go in the learning center to
Yeah.
learn about the
That's right.
The Drake
and
well.
oil, yeah.
it's Methany and what is petroleum or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
That's
shit.
funny. Yeah, that's a cool place though. I mean, that's
It really was.
It was really neat.
And this was the thing. Like, I got to be honest with you. We started out, we had planned to go across the Adirondack and then go through Vermont, do a bed
He
and
planned like a
breakfast.
4-day trip into.
But, everything being crazy here, there was no way we could get it done. So we did a Pennsylvania fall ride, and I was so happy that we did because I forgot, like, going up through Cook's Forest and through the Allegheny National Forest and stuff.
it's beautiful
I
up
forgot
there.
how much I missed this place. I
Well,
forgot
and
how much I
never
missed
been. I
Pennsylvania.
had never been past Brookville where I turn onto 80.
Yeah.
Like just past that.
That's
it gets
right when it
so
starts getting
beautiful.
good,
I
yeah.
couldn't believe it. It was gorgeous. The only thing, if I could have changed it, would have been the temperature. It was
That's
a
it, though,
little
the
cold.
crispness of that PA, running through the country and all that. I think that's part of what makes that all happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It was a little beyond crisp on the motorcycle.
Well,
Yeah.
here- here's
like
the thing
Thursday
about
night,
it.
I think it was like 43 degrees, and we're like, for the love of God, where's there a place to stay?
Here's the thing about it. If you guys are digging what we're talking about, we do a bunch of this stuff on Cycle Source TV. And if you don't know what this is, you can get it through Roku Fire Stick, Apple TV, Android TV. You can get it on Android devices and Apple devices. But it is television for motorcycle nuts. You can do everything on here to watch coverage about events, go on rides with us, build motorcycles with us, all kind of good shit. So the series that we're going to have that has this fall ride on it is called Great Roads. And you'll see here, like the one at the Dragon. We did a Great Roads on the Dragon. It was a blast. But you want to follow along, check that out today on your Roku device or any of that other smart TV shit.
Your goddamn smart TV.
That goddamn smart TV. Grand Canyon of PA fall foliage ride. Yep.
Yeah, it's beautiful up there.
And Steve Broyles reminds me, I was talking to him and his son Stevie the other day about doing a fall ride up through the UP. That is another one, like UP up to the Mackinac Bridge.
Not been there yet.
Incredible.
And he said he changed the world. Yes, you did. You taught us that measuring thing.
Son of a bitch.
Sons of bitches.
I'd like to do that trip too. There's so many motorcycle rides I'd like to do.
This is part of the show that I want to stop for a minute, and it kills me to say nice things about Mark. It really does.
Sweet Jesus!
But I'm going to
punch you in the mouth, and you're right next to me.
I'm going to because Mark has been busting our ass, and I'm not going to shamelessly talk about the whole story, but Mark has been busting his ass to get a project done for a brother of ours that has needed a little extra help. And between him and another brother of ours, Brandon, I want to give both you guys a big, big round of applause because you have absolutely killed it, and you both make me very proud. So everybody give Mark a little shout out.
That's good. This is going to cost me. What do you need?
No, it's true.
Listen.
You've been staying away from home for weeks on end, long days.
Yeah.
It's. I know it's not been easy on you, but.
No, that's what we do for each other, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Ricky's been there for all of us. I mean, for everything, and I can't say anything but good about Brandon, and it kills me to actually say that out loud. I freaking hate you. Put a goddamn shirt on. The other day, Eleanor, who is our job supervisor, who is Danielle.
Oh my God, I love that little girl.
Yeah, Danielle and Brandon's daughter. I came home Wednesday night and got back up there Thursday morning around 10:30, 11 o'clock. And when I walked, I got out of the truck. She come out and she's pointing to her wrist. And she said, she told me that you're late. She said, you're late. And I started laughing. I said, well, I'll go home. And she said, no, you got to go in and get all your tools first. She's awesome. As I'm making messes, she has a little tiny plastic dump truck that
she cleans
me
it
and
up.
Brandon, she loads a little dump truck and wheels it over to the garbage pile and dumps it. And I can't, as much as it's been a real pain in the ass, it's super rewarding. I became super close with Brandon and Danielle, and I love those guys. I love you, Rick. Be there for you, obviously, and we're not far. He's in there now, and we're not far from being done inside. We still have some outside, but I'm proud to be able to do it for him. So
that's awesome.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys, but please don't ever do that again.
No, and you know what, dude? Like, it has to be said because just like everybody that says, "Hey, we're leaving on Friday for Daytona," and 80 people tell you, "I'm going, I'm in, I'll be there."
And
when it gets down to is you and one other guy that goes on the ride together. Well, a lot of us really, really wanted to be there and do more to help out with this project, and life kicks your ass in one way or another. It gets in the way, and it comes down to you and Brandon getting that done, and we just felt like you deserved a little extra pat on the ass for it.
Again, Rick and Carol were super worth it when shit was down for me and for all, for us. He's been there, she's been there for me, and
this new space that we're in. Yeah, I mean, Ricky made a phone call
while in the hospital.
And helped us get this. So
yeah, he's worth it to me. Obviously, I have the ability to leave. Dana can take care of everything at the house, and very thankful for that. So
now, before we go into the next segment of the show, I want to give you guys some homework. By next week, we're going to talk about this generation.
Oh boy, what?
Listen, I have to say it. Like, if somebody doesn't want to start getting up and getting a goddamn job in this country,
oh dude,
oh my God,
it's ridiculous.
Somebody has to deal with the fact that to be an adult, part of your life sucks. You get up and go to work. suck it up, get a helmet, and kiss my ass. That's how we're going to start the show next week. Just so you
pretty
know.
much it too.
Well, and Mark just reminded me when he was talking about little Eleanor, who she is such a spitfire.
Oh my God!
I want to give a quick shout out because I know he's going to end up watching the show, to John. John, you can come visit the new office anytime.
Yep.
Anytime. You tell mom and dad that you need to come to Pennsylvania and visit the new office, and you can help work on the.
Oh, we should have had that video queued up tonight. One of our little buddies from back in Mitchell, South Dakota, is little John. And man, he is just the best. If you saw the video on our social media feed of him going, "Okay, we're here to work on the pad head," that's the John that we're talking about. And
Hey, Big Brian brought up a point here. He said, "Don't let you guys fool me at all. You're looking for an addition on your house. We know what's going on here."
No. Let's see.
Hey, me and Brandon are opening a construction company. We haven't figured out if it's going to be questionable construction, or we have a couple different names. We don't know yet what it's going to be, but we're thinking about it. So,
will there be an ice cream counter at the storefront?
Oh, that'd be
no,
great.
Karen, there will
there
not.
should be one.
Radar, Mark might be the most complicated person I ever met. Mark is the nicest asshole that ever hit his thumb with a hammer.
Poor Radar, boy, Radar took some heat at the smoke out, and I'll tell you, for what Paul brought to the table, God, we miss him, and we missed him so much this year.
We sure do, buddy.
Radar did it. Radar came to bat.
But it took 3 guys to step up to what all
It
Paul
most
was doing.
certainly did.
It really
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
It took Radar. It took Dakota.
Yep.
He's another one that really went at it. Yeah.
Dakota really killed it this year. And that's some of the stuff that we have coming up next week and the following weeks.
We're
gonna
so
catch
far
up with you
behind,
guys.
dude.
Yeah.
Like,
gotta
we
catch
have
up
so much.
about Sturgis. We got to catch up about Smokeout. Like, we've had some incredible times in the last few months here, and it's just been dog shit because of the move. But we're back.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to say about that. So.
Yeah, God, we need like 2 shows just to do the smoke out complications.
Complications.
I can't say
It was so good.
Say that me, Jeff, and Jeff had in Radar in that had some great times in the trailer.
Yeah,
So-
it was so good. Am I ready for more pork roll? You got that shit right, boy. Send it. Send me some pork roll. All right. Well, listen.
Please.
This is the time of the show where we tell you that if you did your part and sent us a flyer from your event, then you'd be part of this next segment.
Shop Talk is brought to you by Cyclefish. Cyclefish, the most complete list of motorcycle events in the U.S.
Oh my God, they're crooked. I'm gonna have to fix this while you're talking. So
Yeah, how come we're not on the same thing? Did you not refresh?
no, that was it.
No, there's 5.
What is wrong with you people?
Refresh your screen, bro.
Bruh. Get with it, bruh.
Oh my God, look
boy.
at that.
Fail.
Wow, dude. My first day back on the job, too, right?
You're out.
Next weekend, Panama City Beach, Thunder Beach Motorcycle Rally, October 22nd through 26th in Panama City Beach, Florida. Check it out.
I'm not ready. Say more stuff about it.
I don't know. I don't have. It's cool. I think Monkey goes.
Jeez,
maybe.
you're terrible at ad-libbing.
So this is always something I've only ever heard about. Roscoe's Chili Challenge in Lakeland, Florida. It's November 6th through 8th at Roscoe's. Again, everybody tells us we should go. It always coincides with another event.
Which is bullshit.
I don't know the chili challenge. I want to go to what's her name's restaurant. What is her name again?
What the hell? Stop saying that.
From Florida?
Chantel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's where I want to go.
Mailman and Cheryl went. They said it was awesome.
Oh, yeah. I'd
We'll have to
really
go.
like to go. She was
Coming up, Lone Star Rally. I don't know how many times we've done Lone Star, but it's been over 15 years. 15 or 16 years. So we do our annual motorcycle rodeo and games at Beat Central this year on Friday, November 7th. Be there or be square.
Don't say that.
I just said it.
What the
I
hell?
can't
Stop
unsay
saying
it. Saturday, November 8th, our ride and bike show. We've got some cool trophies this year. Rusty Knuckles is making some buckles for
Yep.
Rusty knuckle buckle?
Is it rusty
Really?
knuckle buckle?
It's a damn rusty knuckle buckle, I think.
Dude, because last year we did saddles, because if you do anything that is worth a shit in Texas, you get a saddle.
Yeah, so this year we got buckles.
How could we not do a buckle?
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds like I could put that in like 40 different sentences.
Right.
Buckle.
So Lone Star Rally, that's always our last show of the year and one of our favorite ways to end our rally season. So I'm super looking forward to that. We'll see you there. Event runs Thursday the 6th through Sunday the 9th. And you'll find us on Beach Central and Seawall. Love
Look
Ride
at
is
that.
coming back.
Nice.
How excited.
Yes, sir.
The only thing that sucks about it is it's Lone Star Rally.
Yeah, that sucks.
Hey, wait a minute. What is
Same
Teach's
times.
Ride that we're missing? What did we miss about Teach's Ride? Becky said. Becky Quivers Arling. Hey, Becky.
It already happened, didn't it?
No, that was Teach's
Vintage-
event, but they
vintage
said
sold.
Teach's Ride.
I don't know about Teacher's Ride.
Buckle the size of a dinner plate. So, Becky, listen, while I have your attention
Dude,
here,
how about Jeff with that buckle?
get a hold of me sometime tomorrow. Call me sometime tomorrow. I want to see if once in a while we can get you to come on and do a legislative update. So you're always on the show. You're always participating in what we're doing. Give me a call and let's see if we can't get a little piece together. You can come in the show.
Dude, how about fording with that buckle?
What's
After he won the race walking around.
Right?
Yeah, for some weird reason, that buckle, it showed up in the room 3 minutes before Jeff did.
They were beautiful, too.
Oh, they were. Yeah, he was so proud of that thing.
Who made those?
They came from Molly's Buckles. They do an outstanding job.
Yeah, he killed it for us. He absolutely killed it for
He
us.
already asked if he could do them again next year. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of brain dead. I can't remember your name that donated them.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Big
Please
Brian,
forgive me.
Big Brian said that he wrote
I suck.
a thing about
Do you
radar.
know his name?
No clue. I don't. Jeff would.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jeff would.
Yeah,
So-
Jeff would. Big
So
Brian
there
said
you
that
go with all your little crickets.
Radar was the guy that while we were all bitching about doing something, he just said, fuck it, I'll go do it and get it over with. Which is exactly it. In no Radar, you cannot pick a lock. Throw that whole set away.
Yeah, forget it.
Christ's
Take that
sake,
lock pit set,
give it back.
throw that shit out. Next time you're with me, I'll take one of my old credit cards and cut it up and show you how to pick a lock with that.
Yeah. I actually found one of the pieces he dropped in my trailer. I should have just thrown it away. It's useless to him anyway.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, look, Tom Banks is back on with us. Thanks again, Tom. Thanks to all you guys. Obviously, thanks to Dennis Kirk and everybody up in the top corner there that sponsors us bringing you this show every week. It's one of our great pleasures to do this and be part of the motorcycle industry. Bring you some news, bring you some entertainment, try to keep it all up front and give you a nice dose of it before you start off another week, because the bullshit Mondays are right around the corner.
Yeah, and Andy gets to have breakfast with us tomorrow in Germany.
Oh, I know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
How
yeah.
about that?
Yeah, we met a couple, young guy, Andy, and his wife from Germany that were traveling all through the U.S. They flew over here, and he told us every Monday morning he eats breakfast, since obviously the time change, with us. So hopefully you get to enjoy your breakfast tomorrow, Andy.
Yeah, they have breakfast with us every day.
What are we
That's
having
amazing.
for breakfast? That's the question.
So real quick though, because we were talking about smoke out, there's 325 days, 13 hours, 49 minutes, and 50 seconds.
Are you kidding
to
me
the
right
next
now?
one.
Are you
Just
kidding
so
me
you
right
know.
now? Who brought her?
I've retired. I didn't tell anybody that, did I?
Just so you know. Mm-hmm.
Nope. All right. Well, listen, man. Again, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for putting up with our technical difficulties and a little bit of absence while we were gone, moving this shit show back across the country. But we're back in Pittsburgh. We're back on the East Coast, and we're back with Shop Talk. So until next week, please take care of yourself. Tell the people around you love them. You never know what's going to happen. Spend some time with your motorcycle. You can never go wrong with that. We'll see you right here next week, same chopper time.
Same shopper channel.
Nice to be back, Felicia.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Welcome to Shop Talk, your all-access pass to the heart of the motorcycle world. Every week, we fire up the mics with riders, builders, legends, and celebrities, bringing you raw stories, wild rides, and real talk from the road and the garage. From custom builds to killer events, we're covering the culture that keeps your wheels turning through the week. New episodes drop every Sunday. Watch on YouTube or listen wherever you get your podcasts. This is more than a show. It's the sound of wrenches, good times, and the open road. This is Shop Talk. Now available on Cycle Source TV through Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV, and